The small city of Columbus, Indiana is an architectural gem, as several influential architects of the mid to late 20th century designed a variety of structures in this unsuspecting location. That heritage continues in a variety of forms, including the 2023 exhibit Columbus, which we are going to explore. The theme this year is Public by Design. I will also show a few important Columbus landmarks along the trail. Elio Saarinen's first Christian church, designed in the early 1940s, really set off this mid-century modern building spree in Columbus. The innovative church and its 165-foot tall bell tower are currently undergoing extensive renovation. The brickwork on much of the bell tower is exposed right now. There is a large arch by the abstract sculptor Henry Moore. It is the largest Henry Moore sculpture in the United States, and it was custom made for Columbus, Indiana. The arch stands in front of the Cleo Rogers Memorial Library, designed by the renowned architect I.M. Pei, and is currently the setting of our first exhibit Columbus installation. There is a giant blue shelf surrounding the entryway, as well as a staircase on the plaza. These were designed by Tatiana Bilbao's Estudio. It is intended to act as a catalyst for public social gathering and interaction through providing a library of things so people can access and borrow balls, jump ropes, chairs, and more to play with here in the plaza. There are also skeletons for some reason. So families can come here and use the installation to create their own fun experiences at Columbus's most iconic location. Right by the library, there's another part of the exhibit called Sylvan's Scrapple by Katie MacDonald and Kyle Schumann. It is a study in resourcefulness, as it is composed of local materials. There is also a food element with recipes being provided on this table. The installation is named after a Pennsylvania Dutch meal called scrapple. Some of the bricks in there are original pieces from the first Christian church, removed during the current renovation, and other bricks were recovered from the Irwin Block, which was a historic Queen Anne style building in town that burned down in 2022. Now let's take a quick look inside the Columbus Area Visitor Center. Local architecture tours depart from here. There are some fantastic Dale Chihuly glass pieces inside, including some of his famed Persians, and a magnificent yellow neon chandelier containing over 900 hand-blown glass pieces. Here's a display about the biannual exhibit Columbus, which examines themes of architecture, urban development, and civic engagement through public design. This is the former Irwin Union Bank, designed by Eero Saarinen in 1954, one of the 7 National Historic Landmarks in Columbus. A towering installation looms over a main intersection in the historic downtown. This is known as the Interoculus, designed by the New York-based PAU firm. The large canopy archway takes inspiration from numerous sources, including Shawnee and Miami wigwams, the Roman Pantheon, as well as ice cream sundaes from Zaharakos Ice Cream Parlor located right next to it. Speaking of Zaharakos, I did take a quick peek inside. This is one of the most authentic old-time ice cream parlors in existence, having opened in 1900. It is jam-packed with historic soda fountains and mechanical music machines. I plan to return to Zaharakos to give it a proper exploration. I definitely like to see their soda fountain and mechanical music archives. But if you visit Columbus, definitely stop in at Zaharakos. Right across the street is the Commons. There is an Exhibit Columbus piece incorporated into the open glass structure of the Commons. The installation is called Side Effects by Molly Hunker and Greg Corso. These blue blocks stretch from the exterior sidewalk to the interior. The Commons is home to an incredible sculpture, Jean Tinguely's Chaos 1, and I'm really excited to see it functioning today. Jean Tinguely was a famed Swiss kinetic sculptor, and he was commissioned by J. Irwin Miller to create this sculpture in 1974 for the original Commons, and it is massive. Tinguely did make it right here in Columbus, Indiana using local materials. Try to spot the shoe on Chaos. I have never seen a Tinguely sculpture in action before. They are quite fragile and difficult to maintain. This one's about 50 years old now, but this is freaking awesome. There is also a unique playground in the Commons, within view of the 1870s Bartholomew County Courthouse. A carousel for Columbus is not a true carousel, but a quote super graphic landscape combining 2D graphics and 3D forms into a small public gathering space. Someone was just playing the drums here, so it is being used by the community. Columbus North High School designed their own feature for the exhibits. This is called Machi. The steel structure was welded by students, and visitors can interact by building structures with these colorful blocks or knocking them down. One of the most unique buildings in Columbus is the Kevin Roche designed Cummins Corporate Office Building. It is a colossal 1983 modernist structure built as the headquarters for the Cummins Company, which manufactures diesel engines. They also make other varieties of engines and generators nowadays. The office building was constructed around Clussy Cummins' original factory and headquarters building. The interior is also quite impressive. Visitors are allowed to enter the lobby and take a look through some windows. One highlight is the exploded engine. A deconstructed Cummins diesel engine from the 1980s with over 500 parts suspended from the ceiling. There is actually a whole Cummins museum inside, featuring various old engine examples. Cummins and its forward-thinking CEO, J. Irwin Miller, are why Columbus has this fantastic modernist art and architecture. An Exhibit Columbus installation is incorporated into the expansive portico of the Cummins office building. Designed by Jessica Colangelo and Charles Sharpless, is another site that invites play to a public space. It utilizes urban furnishings on an elevated platform and features cornhole, bocce ball, and lawn bowling to play on this AstroTurf court. That's really fun, I like this one. Pipe Up acts as a visual representation of a city's subterranean water system, exhibiting the relationship between integrated water management with both urban development and agriculture. The sculpture is composed of charlotte pipes, flagging tape, pipe hangers and insulation, and other materials that can be bought by anyone at their local hardware store. So a goal with this one is that more people may seek out information about their local water management systems and quality of water. There are a couple more Exhibit Columbus sites in Mill Race Park. This is called Echoes of the Hill, a project by Studio Zud. This was built after they interviewed locals about their memories of this park, during which they heard legends about the Mill Race monster. The red bamboo structure echoes the hill across from it. This is one of 3 locations demarcating the plot project here in Millrace Park. That colorful seating structure marks an endpoint in a 1,250-foot long arc across the park, which has 12 testing bed plots for a landscape rewilding experiment. They are testing mixes of native grasses and wildflowers to increase biodiversity in the park. These 3 oversized seating structures built in between the control and experiment plots are inspired by Columbus's mid-century architectural heritage and serve as quote conversation outreach stations. There's also a covered bridge at Millrace Park. I do like Columbus's bike racks. And someone has knocked down the blocks at Machi. I swear it wasn't me. Now we are going to take a look at some of the installations intended for nighttime viewing. The white shelters are relics from a past exhibit Columbus. The Interoculus has some light projections on its dome. In my opinion, the renderings of this made it look cooler than it turned out to be, but still that's a neat temporary centerpiece for the city. And finally, this is Prisma, created by Esteban Garcia Bravo and Maria Clara Morales. This repeating sequence of walk-through prisms utilizes animated LED light strips, which looks really neat at night. So that was Public by Design, Exhibit Columbus's 2023 edition. It was an intriguing set of proposals to the question, how do we find our way in public space? This temporary exhibit is a great attraction for this storied community. Definitely check it out if you can. The installations will be on view through November 26, 2023. Regardless, I would definitely recommend a visit to Columbus, Indiana, especially if you're at all interested in architecture. This city really is Indiana's hidden gem. I plan to make more thorough video tours on Columbus's architectural landmarks in the future, so make sure to stay tuned to the channel by hitting the subscribe button. Also consider leaving a like and sharing this video. I have many other episodes featuring architectural marvels, art exhibitions, historic locations, and much more across the great state of Indiana, as well as the United States of America and Europe, so feel free to check those out as well. Thanks for watching!